Thank you for tuning into my videos. To support the channel and unlock exclusive perks, you can join us on YouTube channel membership and Patreon. Follow the links in the video description below. Select your level of support and help keep the content coming. This channel exists because of the support we have from fans just like you. Thanks and enjoy the video. Welcome to another episode of Warhammer 40,000. This time it is Challenger Scorpion. We have High Fleet Leviathan Tyranids. Rob Batchelor is here. He's brought his Orks along with a different list this time, focusing heavily on Ork machines. So we'll see how this truly is going to be flesh versus metal in this one for sure. So Xenos on Xenos Clash. For bonus content and to help support us on the channel, it's YouTube channel membership, link below, or you can go to channel homepage and hit the join button. Aspect Warrior level is the most popular. People go on there and then you're able to unlock all the bonus content, including battle reports that we produce. You can also support us over on the Patreon page, link for that below. And it's through channel membership and Patreon. We're able to keep the videos coming, so do support us if you can. So for the Tyranids, it's the experimental detachment. We've played a few games of it now. Synaptic Nexus, so we're going to run with that here for this battle. So we'll start with the commander. It's the Hive Tyrant across here. It's Typhon, Butcher of the 18th. He has a heavy venom cannon and the monstrous lash whip and bone sword. He'll be bodyguarded by 3 Tyrant Guard being taken. He's also running an upgrade with him, Synaptic Control, so he has -1 to damage results against him. Then run along the back with the newer model here. It is the Norn Emissary, so that's in the list. And then another addition to this list as well is the Tyrannifex. It's going to run a Rupture Cannon. We have some Vanguard units, there's some over there and some across here. So 2 squads of 3 Von Ryan's Leapers. Then squad of Warriors, all with their melee bioweapons. And then to join them will be a Tyranid Prime, Winged Tyranid Prime. 2 units of Gaunts with Flesh Borers. There's a Strangle Web in each of those squads, 2 squads of 10. Then Tyrannocytes or Tyranid drop pods, 2 of those, and the idea is that they each carry a Screamer Killer. So Tartarus and Hades is the names we've given to those. And then expanding on the Vanguard part of the army, 2 regular Lictors, 1 and 2, and then Death Leaper as well, the unique Super Lictor there for the Tyranids also. But that's the list here for the Tyranids. It's going to be tough for them. They're up against a lot of machines, a lot of can opening to do. If we can, a real test for sure, but we're up for the fight, there's no doubt about it. If we can crack open the armour, there's tasty treats inside, so good motive for the Tyranids in this game. We'll take a look at the Orks next for their 2,000 point army. Alright, so 2,000 points of Orks, strongly themed this time. The detachment, there is a unique detachment for these within your book.
It's the Dread Mob.
Oh boy. So, not fought against the Dread Mob before, this will be interesting. We'll let Rob run through his list.
Okay, so this is my 2,000 point Dread Mob. It's led by the Big Mech with the custom Mega Cannon, or custom Mega Blast, I think it is. He's the Warlord. He has the Git Finder goggles, which gives him and the unit he's with ignores cover. He's going to be joining the 2 Mech Guns, which are custom Mega Cannons. I've then got 2 units of 10 boys, both with knobs, with power claws, and a single rocket launcher. They're both going to be joined by a mech boy each as well. I've then got 2 Death Dreads. They're both equipped with a single rocket launcher and 3 of the claws. I've got 2 units of 3 killer cans. They're all with rocket launchers. I have a unit of Deathcopters, just 3 Deathcopters. I then have what is quite a lot of the list, 2 Morkanauts. Yeah, so 2 of them. And then I've got a unit of 5 looters, or 4 looters, and a spanner with a rocket launcher. And finally, I have a Big Mech in Mega Armor and a unit of 5 Mega Armored knobs.
And their loadout is?
So I've got one with, they're WYSIWYG, so I've got one with 2 kill saws and then 4 with power claws and combi weapons.
Okay. So that's the list here for the Orks. Bit of hobby time here. This is the new, I have my eyes on this model as well. It's a fantastic sculpt from Games Workshop. So what is it? It's just the new Big Mech model?
Just a new Big Mech model, yeah.
Okay. And he is to hang around with the guns.
Yep.
And he grants them reroll 1s.
He gives them reroll 1s, and because of his Git Finder goggles, they also ignore cover as well.
Nice. Okay. And then a chance to run loads of cans. Massive fan of these. They're brilliantly put together. Real nice. There's one. And then the killer cans as well. I'm thinking about running these in my updated list as well. So your army's boasting a good number of rockets, actually.
A lot of rockets.
There's a lot of rockets. Okay. All right, so that's the list here for the Orks. We will take a look at scenario and deployment next for this challenge battle. All right, so we have a scenario. It's called Supply Drop. Deployment zone is Crucible of Battle, and then the mission rule is Inspired Leadership. Inspired Leadership is if you're as warlords in your deployment zone, units within range of him get +1 leadership, so not too significant. Crucible of Battle for deployment, so 5 objectives on the board. We're going for a diagonal deployment in this game. So the orange dice marking the deployment zone for the Tyranids, and then the red zone, or the red line of dice, marking the deployment zone for the Orks. There's a home objective each, this one here for the Tyranids. Rob's is just over there at the base of those rocks. And then no man's land, there's 3. So 1 here, 1 in the shadows, dead center, it's just right in there. And then the other one is at the entrance of that terrain piece across there. As per usual, the emphasis is on the no man's land objectives, but in a major way in this particular battle. So for supply drop, you're not going to pick up points for your home objective, but obviously it's still important for some of the secondaries that come through. When the battle begins, we'll randomize either of these 3 to be an alpha objective, and then another one to be an omega objective. So when we come round to turn 4, the alpha objective is removed from play, and then on turn 5, the other objective is removed, and the omega is the only objective left on the table. That'll be randomized which one's which once the battle begins. So we're deploying away. Sides are going to need to anticipate which way to go, because we won't know which objective is which until the game actually gets going. So points wise, turn 2 and 3, each no man's land objective is worth 5. Then turn 4, each of the 2 remaining objectives is worth 8 points each, and then at turn 5, the final objective in no man's land is worth a whopping 15 points. So it truly is a massive battle for the middle ground, and whoever can sit on those remaining objectives, especially on turn 4 and turn 5, no doubt will go on to be the victor. Well, we'll see, but there's a lot of points to come through for sure if we're able to take control and hold those objectives. We've both got stuff that, like sitting on things.
Yeah, I think it'll be interesting.
It'll be interesting for sure. I've got monsters that will happily camp out on objectives, and then Rob will happily sit there as well with those walkers. But we'll see. Flesh against metal here in this game. Both of us are going to go for the random draw on secondaries. For terrain, quite straightforward. We're playing the footprint of the terrain for these runes. So the hard edge, as marked out just by the edges of the terrain here. We play this as ruins, so infantry and so on can pass through. If there are physical gaps, then your walkers and so on can go through them as well. Then obscuring all of these also. So going by the hard edge, that's where your obscuring edge will be. So they're nicely spread out. Thankfully, we've left large enough gaps for the biggest of walkers to get through. Some may have to go through sideways though, just to squeeze down the streets. And then we'll play these two as craters, the two burnt out rhinos, and then other than that, there's some tank traps and barricades dotted around the board. We'll play the hillsides, the large rocky outcrops as hard edge obscuring on those as well. So that is the terrain, the mission. We'll now start alternating place units on the board next. Mention the battle mat and terrain that we're using in this game. So battle mat is from gamemat.eu at Sands of Time. 6x4 in size. We've marked the edge, the boundary across here, so we can play on 60 inches across. They do this mat in 60x44. They do a wide variety of battle mats, including mats that are double-sided. They also do mats now printed with the Nexus markings for your objectives and deployment zones. It's also running the Desert Rocks set from gamemat.eu as well, so you can check them out for battle mats and also pre-painted terrain sets available from them. Link below. There's also a discount code for 11% off across the store. Alright, so deployment's done. Tyranids infiltrating in. It's a little bit different Ork army here. Usually it's the green tide, big rush, lots of transports, but this is a heavier going mechanized type army here, or machine based or walker based army. So it won't be as fast as usual for the Orks, but certainly boasting toughness for sure. So we'll cover the Tyranids first of all. 2 squads of Gaunts, one on the objective, one here in the middle. Lictors forward deploy, watching over each objective. So Death Leaper on the right hand side, objective's just there, Von Ryan's Leaper's just ahead. A sort of a potent potential ambush with these if we go first. If we don't go first, we'll be punished. It's the usual with them. And then Lictor here, again watching over the objective just in the shadows. And the other Lictor across the other side, again watching the objective that is just at the entrance of that terrain. Then we have the Tyrannifex here at the back, ready to lean left or right with its firepower. Hive Tyrant's been joined by the Tyrant Guard here, getting ready to move out towards the central objective. And then the emissary is across here with an eye on this objective on the right-hand side. Then in reserves for the Tyranids, the 2 Screamer Killers in their Tyrannocyte drop pods. Tyranid Warriors have been joined by the Prime, and they're going to flank. So deep striking element of the army, and then the flanking part there as well. So then for the Orks, just around the side of the board, Looters on the extreme left-hand side, Killer Cans next to them, Big Mech with the mech guns. Rob's put them in a position where they're slow, so he's tried to position them in a good spot for the game. So some firepower down this direction. Then around the other side of the table, the Might of the Orks is on the right. So both Gorkanauts positioned here, as Rob's intention, I think, is to shift one right and then one left, and they can work their way down in these 2 different directions. There's cans in support as well. Boys on the objective and boys across here. Now there's a mech in each of those squads, so they can hang around here doing repairs. Yeah, okay, that's the purpose of having the boys around the feet of the Gorkanauts. And then in reserve, which there is a good chunk, these are inside. These are inside which one? The lead one?
That one there, yeah.
That one there, okay. So it's Megadobs with their big mega armor. Copters flanking. And then so too are the 2 separate Death Dreads as well. So they can flank onto the board. That is deployment done for both sides. Yeah, Copters are deep striking. They do have the keywords. They're able to drop in on the board, which is very useful actually. I think the Death Copters, the roles changed. I used to rely on them a lot for stuff, but now you just have them as a supporting objective type unit. Yeah, I think that's the way to use them. All right, deployment done for both sides. Would you, I know you have to roll, but would you want to go first?
I would quite like to go first.
Yes,
yeah.
Me too. Xenos, Filth, the pair of us. I got 2. Both rolled terribly, but it looks like the Tyranids are going to go first. So our mini ambushes potentially could take place. We'll go on to the first turn of the game. It'll be the Flesh that goes first here. the metal will have to wait. Alright, so we're kicking off on turn 1. A few things to clarify. First up, they're Morkanauts, not Gorkanauts, as Rob has correctly pointed out. So they're Morkanauts. Even if I say Gorkanaut in the game, they're still Morkanauts, okay? So no matter what happens. Also, commanders need to be allocated, which we've done, but we haven't called them out. So for the Orks, very appropriately, it is Ray Cross. So that's going to be which model?
The Big Mech.
The new model here?
Yeah, the new one.
Cool, alright. So Big Mech Cross. And then the second in command will be Dave Humphries from the Orks, supporters on the channel. And then for the Tyranids, we do have it's Eldar and the Psychic Races he plays. So it's Ben Shaw, Phoenix Sword Commander. That'll be Typhon, the Hive Tyrant across here. Then the second in command, which will be the Tyranid Prime, currently flanking, will be Ben Harris, also a Xenos player. So that's commanders allocated for both sides. Then there's more things to point out here just before we get going. So for Synaptic Nexus, we've gone for Goaded Slaughter, I think it is. So no, it's not. It's Surging Vitality, so +1 to advance and charge rolls. Now that's for Synapse units within Synapse range only, so it's not going to affect units like this, for example. And then we have established the Alpha and Omega objectives. So the Alpha objective, the one that's going to disappear on turn 4, is this one. Duh. For us, so it's annoying. And then even better news for the Orks, the Omega objective, the one that will survive through to the very end of the battle, and Tyranids are going to need to do something about it because Rob's got his strongest, toughest stuff over on that side. It is the one over at the corner of that building. So 15 points available on turn 5 for the control of that objective. So Tyranids, great. We can harvest points still. It's not too much of a panic, but we've got to keep that in mind. That's where the battle's going to end. Over in that corner. But we'll make our moves now with the Tyranids on their turn 1. Alright, so turn 1 here for the Tyranids. Overwhelming Force and Bring It Down is the 2 secondaries in play. The plan was to sit on this for the game, but the nature of the battle means that this one's going to disappear in a few turns. So we have gone for this objective as the one for us to camp out on with the Norn Emissary. So if I can reach it, sit on it, I'll get Feel No Pain 5+, an OC of 15. So we're going to go for the central objective. Now that is one that's going to disappear, but it's going to disappear on turn 5. Yeah, so we've got plenty of game time for that. So shifting, not panicking, but there is a shift across in this direction. Von Rein's Leapers taking the opportunity to shift across, to go forwards. 10-inch move with these. The other squad here rushing towards the guns. Hive Tyrants made an advanced move, pushing forwards in this direction. Lictor, as planned, moving out onto the central objective. The Gaunts have advanced. They've reached it as well. So we've got 2 units near it. This unit here, happy just to sit out on the home objective. And then around the other side of the board, we have not brought in any deep strikers yet. We could have done with the drop pods, but we've just kept it empty for now. So we have a Lictor, or kept them off the board for now. Lictor just in range of the objective. An advanced move made, no, just a regular move. I don't think we've got any target though, but the Tyrannosaurus has moved around the corner to lend some firepower support. I don't think it can see anything. It's just going to wait for these Orks to emerge around this ruin if they do. So that's movement done. Shooting phase next. All right, so we will kick off with the Norn Emissary across here. And it's going to try and destroy Mech Gun if it can with its Neuro Lance. It is within range 18, just made a regular move. So we're going to fire 2 shots. We'll commit this to a Patronic friend. And where is he now? Carl Roden to begin the ceremony or the procedures here for the Tyranids. We need 2s. Is there anything you want to do in response?
No, not at the moment.
It's just grots. 2s. Just about hit. So 2 hits do come through. I think we're on 2s to wound.
Toughness 5.
Strength 12.
Yeah.
2s. 2 wounds to go through as AP minus 3.
Okay.
I think with cover it's going to scrub it. They're 5 up.
I just want to see whether they have the... Yeah, they've got a 6+ invulnerable save.
Oh, cool.
So how many was it?
2.
2. Right,
Yeah.
6+. 1.
Well done. We'll go for D6 damage. And it's a 1. And I'll use his once per turn reroll to command reroll that damage. A 4. All right, 4 wounds. Okay. So then go to the Hive Tyrant. Maybe try and finish off the gun if possible. You can see down the road. So he's going to be D3 shots with his gun. We'll go Patronic on this one. I'd like to pick up. We'll use some of these Imperial players. They're a bit redundant here for this battle. So Sam Hermes for this firepower. D3 shots. Ugh. It's blast, but the unit's not big enough. Looking for a 2. Looking for a 3 this time. Yeah, minus 2. So 6 up save or invuln. Damage straight 3. So it's going to kill the gun. Okay. Is that vehicle?
It is a vehicle, yes.
Okay, so we might pick up a couple of points here for the secondary. Okay, firepower from those done. No firepower from these, are out of range. Nothing across here. And then we said the rupture cannon sadly has no targets. That's firepower finished. We'll move on to charges here. Some early charges for the Tyranids. Von Ryan's Leapers just a few feet away from their targets. Alright, so Von Ryan's Leapers have made it in quite comfortably. We've got to be careful. There is a bit enough more than we can chew here. That character's not too bad. He's got a power claw, so he can fight back. I guess I've got to get through the gun first to get to him. Yes, he's well protected. So I think we'll struggle to even destroy gun here, but we'll give it a go. We'll do these attacks first. And again, we'll go Patronic. We'll go Nicholas Lucas. Pure Imperial player here, but he can help out the Von Ryan's Leapers. 3s with our attacks. They usually strike quite well. We've got our hits. As we're looking at 4s to wound. And it is sadly below average. Looks like the gun's going to survive. 5 saves, and it's -1 in total.
Okay, so I think it's just got a 5 up, so it's just a 6 up then. So
it'll go through.
5, so it's down to 1.
Down to 1 win left. Gun survived. This is all kicking off quite quickly here. It's perhaps unnerving the Orks. They don't like being attacked, but these will probably bounce off. We'll go, well, actually, we should do all right here. 18 attacks in 3s against these looters. Again, taking away the 1s and 2s. And 4s to wound again, right? Toughness 5, yeah. And it's a better roll this time. Still about average. So we have 6 saves at AP -1.
So 6 ups again.
Block 2, so you're going to preserve
1
model, but 4 slain. So tapping into here, I'm not going to touch them cans. They're potent enough. They would kill me, I reckon, in 1 round of combat. So respect. You can fight back, right, with your gun and character.
Yeah. So they're going to push the button. We'll roll D3. So that is critical wounds have an extra -2 AP. I don't think that's going to be that helpful, to be honest. But
Okay.
4 attacks, yeah, 3+.
Oh. Okay.
No sustained hits, unfortunately.
3 6s and a 4.
Yeah. And then he is strength 9.
3s actually, with toughness 5. Ugh.
So only 1, but that is going to be AP -4.
Yeah, all right, not bad.
2 damage.
6 up invulnerable save for the Leapers. I believe they get it. Yeah. No. And damage?
2.
Oh, right, damage 2. All right, so 2 wounds taken. Mech gun looking for that 1 wound.
5s to hit, 1 hit, strength 2. No.
All right. Okay. That's combat's resolved. The disruption factor we've gone for, it has worked. Haven't killed as much as we'd hoped for, but still disrupting the Orks over on this flank. As the Tyranids swing around, this game could go like Dawn of War. This often happens with diagonal games. You get one army on one side and one on the other. We'll see how it works out. We'll end the turn here. See what points have been picked up by the Tyranids. All right, so end of turn. Points coming through. We've got a point for destroying the gun. So close to killing another one. It's 2 points per vehicle. So but, we've traded that in and picked up 2 points. Then the other one, destroy. Overwhelming force, destroy units on objectives. We're going to dump that one, pick up the bonus command point, and leave it at that. So 2 points to 0. Tyranids getting their initial score and trying to set themselves up on multiple no man's land objectives. We are on all 3. It's obvious the Orks are going to go after that one. We all need to go after that one. But what the Orks do about these 2 across here, we will watch and see. So end of turn. So we'll move on to the first turn of the game for the Orks. Turn 1 coming up for them next. All right, so we're on movement here for the Orks on their first turn. Assassination's been drawn, which is going to be a tricky one for sure. And then the other one was Cleanse, which is performing actions on no man's land objectives, which usually is all right, but it's tricky enough at this very early stage of the Orks so far back. We just interrupted movement here because we have Overwatch. I've got CP to spend, so I'm going to take this one. Moving around the corner is one of the Morkanauts. So we're going to go for 2 shots here, needing 6s. Don't worry, you'll be fine. Ugh. And that will do. The Stinger salvos, but that's not going to cause too much trouble. Just the opportunity there. If I had got a 6, it could have been potent enough. So the movement phase has now been completed. Morkanaut moving out onto the objective and then disembarking with the Meganobs as well, just to really anchor that objective down. They'll not be able to charge, but they can shoot. Killicans moving through the terrain here, able to work their way into this ruin. So they've now got angles and firepower out in different directions. Orks boys moving up with their mech behind. Ork boys holding the objective with their mech. This Gorkanaut, as predicted, has shifted to the left, getting ready to go down this corridor, or at least to go after the objective across here, which he can do, right? Because we're right next to the window on that objective. So if Rob gets to here, he can contest and go after it. The downside is moving out into the corridor of firepower, potentially coming from the Tyrannifex. But you could confuse it. Move out with both, and then it doesn't know which way to turn. But your toughness 12, 20 wounds. You've got mech support. It'll take a few rounds to destroy one of those things, and Rob's got 2, so just looking very strong over on that flank. And the other things to point out was some reactions going across here, so maintaining close combat. Do you want to pull him out, or do you want him to stay in? I get fights first. So if
He can stay in. He can stay in.
Yes, because I think Rob's intention, he's told me anyway, is to shoot those, charge those. That's the multi-function with the cans, be able to fire at one target and then charge at another. But it has backed out close combat with the Big Mac and the surviving gun. That's movement done. Oh yes, how could I forget? We've dropped an egg here. So Tyranids using rapid ingress to bring a drop pod in. Screamer Killer arriving here and next to the Tyrannocyte to drop pod. That's movement done. We're going to shooting phase for the Orks next.
For bigger gits.
Sorry? Bigger shells for bigger gits.
Yeah, so the Morkanaut's going to shoot there.
Yep.
1 CP stratagem, bigger shells for bigger gits. Got nothing about it around it not being to be used on Titanics. It's 1 mech Orks Walker or Grot's vehicle unit, so it's an Orks Walker.
This is going to be good.
Each time you use this stratagem, you can choose to push it until the end of that phase. Each time a model in your unit makes an attack that targets a monster or a vehicle, I'm assuming that's got the monster keyword.
Yep.
Add 1 to the wound roll.
Oh, nice.
If you choose to push it, add 1 to the damage characteristic. I'm not going to do that, so I'm just going to add 1 to the wound roll.
Okay.
He's on +1 to hit as well, because the mech boy repaired him as well. So he's hitting on 4s. +1 to wound roll.
Wow, all right, nice. That's the way to use them.
Gonna do my push the button to see what the button does. It's a 3, which is lethal hits.
Fine,
So
well
any
that works out.
Critical hits will automatically wound.
Okay. Well, this all sounds quite good.
we shall see. So we'll start with the custom Mega Zapper, which is the big gun. Let's have it. Should we use Ray, as this is a big one? I think we'll use Ray Cross for this one.
Yeah, happy enough. Yep.
So D6 plus 3 shots.
Ray's a fellow war boss. Gives you
shots.
5 shots plus 3, 8.
1, 2, 3, 4. So these are hitting on 4s.
You don't one shot, one kill me, please. But this is all right. Good start. Lethals.
So they
3.
automatically wound.
Uh-oh.
And I've got 2. So this is strength. Strength 10, so it would be 5s, but it's 4s because of the stratagem. So,
And it's helped you. You got 4 and a 5.
so that's 5
Yep.
at AP minus 2.
Right. -2. Cover in between with the hillside and the buildings. So we're looking at -1. So 3 ups.
Yep.
Right. 2 are going to make it through, or just, I think, command reroll. Because once we take damage, there's no way of repairing it. So 3 up. Oh, no. Go ahead.
So D6, 5.
5. Okay. And the other one?
A 5.
A 5, right. So I'll use my... We're still not totally clear when you declare this, but we're just saying it's once you know what the damage is coming through. So Resilient Organism, I'm going to change one of those to damage 0. It's just the one comes through. It's just straight D6 damage, is it?
Just D6. Yeah.
All right, okay. So it's going to be 5 wounds taken. Drop it down to 11's damage. It's now starting to come through against the Tyrannifex. She's tough enough.
So the custom Mega Blaster.
4s.
4s. So that one automatically wounds. And this one is strength 9, so it's going to wound you on a 4 with the +1 to wound.
Yeah.
So that's 2.
2.
That is AP minus 2 as well.
3 ups. Need to pass these. We do, just about. Okay, it's 2 4s.
Rocket launcher. 1 shot. This is.
Okay. And then I think there's some Daka to come through as well.
Shooter 5 shots. On 4s.
Yep.
And then strength 5. So it's going to be 5s to wound.
With the +1, correct?
+1.
Yeah.
So 1.
2 up. Come on. Oh. Drop it down to 10. Just change that to a 0. All right, it's a start. Now, the thing is the advantages with you. You're on your objective. You've got good protection, brilliant armor, tons of wounds, and the ability to repair. I'm not on your objective, obviously, and then whatever wounds I take, we keep. So, and there's pressure now. My rupture cannon has to do well. It has to do really well because if you only cause a little bit of damage, you'll start repairing it. So.
Hazardous rolls.
Yeah, hazardous.
Fine.
All good. All right. Well, I guess I'm not telling you what to do, but the other Morkanaut could unleash, couldn't it?
Yeah, he's got 36 on his big gun, which is in range. His other one's 24, so that'll be out.
Yeah, or there's just a suggestion. You can see here, that was Rob's original intention to go across there after the non-emissary. That is boasting a 4+ invulnerable save. It hasn't got its feel no pain at the moment because it's away from its objective. But we've seen Morkanauts, Rob would bring one half the time, but having 2 on the board, I didn't even know you had 2, but having 2 on the table is an interesting combination. It is a point sink, but for this particular scenario, crowd on one objective, they're perfectly built for it.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to put the big gun into him. I think as you've used your ability.
Yes.
And the only other real, I suppose he can see down to them, can't he?
Yes, you could put some.
What I might do before we do that then is I might shoot the killer cans first, if that's all right.
Yes, see what they're able to do.
Yeah.
So pressing the button. A 4.
So that's lethal.
Okay, 3d3 shots.
6.
We are stealth, which is annoying for orcs. So 5s.
5s to hit.
Ooh, 3.
So 3. So that one automatically wounds.
Yes.
And then these are strength 9, so they're going to be 3s to wound.
Nice, good shooting. Yep, minus?
-2.
Okay.
3 damage.
I'll take cover. I mean, they're getting cover from the barricade and from part of the ruin. So it's -1 in total, taking us to 5-up saves. I'll do the first 2, which we don't block because that will kill those. And the other one's in the open. That's going to be a 6. Damage 3, right?
Yep.
Ugh. I'm watching the Killer Cans of Interest. I'm wanting to bring them into my own list. And Rob's doing a good advert for them here. That's totally destroyed that Von Ryan's Leapers unit. Shoot at one target, charge the other is the plan with those. And they're cheap, aren't they? About 150 points.
150 points for free.
Okay. So that makes things simpler for the other Gorkanaut, right? Because they've eliminated.
Yeah, so the big gun down to there, and then all the 24-inch range stuff into the
Emissary.
Emissary.
Okay.
So big gun. Oh, let's push the button first, see what we get. Sustained hits, 1.
Uh-oh.
So big gun. Let's go with who likes Orks?
Oh, I'll tell you who does. Dave Humphries.
Dave Humphries going then. Right, come on, Dave. Big number. 6. Nice.
Blast. Okay, so that's 9 shots, right?
9 shots.
Oh, no.
Hitting on 4s because he was also repaired by a mech as well. So, and these are sustained hits. So that's a bit poor.
3.
So 3 and then 1 more for the sustained hit.
Okay.
And then he doesn't have the +1 to wound, so he's going to be wounding you on 5s, unfortunately.
Okay.
Oh,
2 1s and a 2. Oh no, 2 2s. So it's all,
yeah.
I was going to say, don't think I told Rob at the start of the battle, but the red dice, which I was very happy for Rob to use, they're actually James's.
Oh. I'm going to switch to
He's going to change dice. Oh, they're not that bad. Okay, you're right. But that's not bad sportsmanship, right? Because dice are dice, right? You know, you can't. There's no such thing as bad dice.
They're weighted for 1.
Okay. All right. It's well, right. Yeah, by way of apology, you can do the next round of shit. You can use the Xenos dice whenever. He's got his own. All right.
Okay, so custom Mega Blaster and all the other stuff into there, so that gets 3 shots.
Okay.
On 4s. And he's still got sustained hits, so that's 2 extra
6s
hits.
and a 4. What an amazing turnaround.
This is strength 9.
5s. Toughness 11, I believe. 1.
1.
And minus?
-2.
It's again cover, so -1. We're starting a 2-up, so I'll take a 3-up. Yeah.
And D6 damage.
Yeah, nothing I can do about this.
5.
It's graciously, Rob's letting me do a command reroll coming from the Hive Tyrant. It's once per turn I get this ability, so we'll try and reroll. We do block it, alright, so that keeps that away. Okay, next up.
Rocket launcher.
Rockets D3.
3.
3, okay.
On 4s.
4s. Yeah, none, okay. And some Dakar 5 shots.
So that goes back in because it's sustained. 6s. 1.
Okay, 2 up. Blocked. Okay. 2d3 plus 4 shots. This is coming from the cans, going into the gaunts.
So
4.
8 shots.
8 shots, yeah. Even 4s.
Got to remember to push the button. Lethal hits.
Okay.
Not that that really matters. 3 hits. 2s.
2s.
3.
Yep. -2, right?
-2.
It's going to scrub their armor, but we're in cover, so go 6s. Block 1, 2 slain. So we'll just take it from the back. Like so. Alright, casualty-wise, light enough. Von Ryan's Leaper's gone. 2 gaunts slain. Some damage coming through as on the Tyrannifex. We're going to charges. I think the cans are going to press ahead with their plan. They're going to shift to their left and charge into the Von Ryan's Leapers. I wonder if they know what's around the corner, but
Yeah, I'm just thinking about
or
that.
not charge, right? Yeah, no,
I'm
you
thinking
don't.
about that. I suppose I will, because otherwise they're just gonna kill me anyway next turn.
Drop.
Right, cans going in. 6. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, it's talking about the Tyrannifex. It has got off lightly this turn. Another round of shooting. She'll be in serious trouble or gone, so you need to think carefully about what we're going to do with her. Cans have gone in. 3 attacks each.
3 attacks each.
And it's every time you shoot or fight, right?
Yeah, so I'm going to push the button again.
Okay. Oh, 6.
That adds 2 to the AP on critical wounds.
Okay. Fours.
Fours to hit.
Okay.
And then strength 8, so 3's to wound.
3's to wound, yeah. Nice.
So 3 normal ones. So 3 at -2 and 1 at -4.
So it's all going to be 6s for me to block. Which will block 1. Damage of 2.
Damage of 3 each.
Ow. Dead. Yeah. 3 go through, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gone. They're built for pest control. Good work from the cans. Well, they're 150 points. You've destroyed 150 points precisely. 2 squads of 75, and you've not taken a scratch. So, good work from the cans. Not too bad at all. End of turn. Good results here from the killer cans, but the fight for them has just begun. Points going through. Neva secondary picked up here, which Rob's going to dump both. Assassination going after characters, going to leave that one in cleanse. Performing actions on no man's land objectives. I reckon the Orks are going to be too busy for doing that at this stage, and Tyranid is still occupying 2 of the 3 objectives. So end of turn, no points coming through. It's very early stages here. We're going to the second turn of the game for the Tyranids. Both sides, some exchanges taking place, but again, very early part of the game. We'll go on to turn 2 for the Tyranids next. All right, so turn 2 here for the Tyranids. Assassination, so kill characters, which is possible, but tricky enough. And then behind enemy lines, which we've endeavoured to do. 10 points picked up for primaries, control of 1 and 2. In no man's land, above 5 points each this turn. Spreading out a little bit and holding the home objective for the Gaunts. We're going for a play here. So we're going to try and take on a Morkanaut. I'm going to try and bring it down, but it is going to be tough. So I might be criticised for this. Norn Assimilator has gone for the Morkanaut. We've played +1. Our ability this turn is going to be +1 to advance rolls and charge rolls, just to help us out a little bit. As Lictor's shifted to the right, Gaunts moving on right on top of the objective. Hive Tyrant advancing and moving through the corridor, through the gap here. We do not be able to charge this turn, but he has got himself in range of the objective as well. So camping out heavily on the central objective. So Tyrannifex range stationary. The intent is to lend some firepower support to soften up this thing before we charge in. That's the plan. Lictor has chosen discretion over valor here. So we have run 8 + 2 for an advance roll to get behind those rocks. Screamer Killer was overwatched but survived. No damage coming through and has emerged around this corner to take on the killer cans. The Tyrannocytes moved across to get onto the objective. Death Leaper going to stay on the objective as well. Then deep striking in, just about managing to fit inside Rob's deployment zone and keeping just over 9 inches away. A Screamer Killer and Tyrannocytes turned up across there as well. So Tyranids dropping in all over the place. Bear in mind the Orks have their own units that can deep strike and flank yet to be deployed. So 3 options still available for the Orks. We have kept the Tyranid Warriors and Prime off the board for the Tyranids. Ideal situation for us on this turn. Quite simple. Bring a Morkanaut down. We'll see if we can do it. We'll go on to shooting phase next. Right. We shall do D3, D6 +3 shots into the gun. We're going to do that. So 4 shots +3. So 7. Needing 4s. Ugh. Needing 3s. 1 goes through at -2. So you're on the WAAAGH now. So 5+ invulnerable save.
No.
Okay. Gun destroyed. Okay.
One of the red dice.
Yeah, stay away from the red dice. That is an immediate battle shock test. He forces you to make a test with -1 to the roll. Not just going to be too significant for anything, but we'll just get this rolled up.
Fine.
Okay. Nice failure, isn't it? 5, 4.
Oh yeah, probably. No, so you're right.
Yeah, no, he's going to be battle shocked on that character. We'll then go some shots from here to try and take out that lone person. He's a looter, isn't he? So looking for 4s. And 4s. Yeah, 2 go through. -1.
5 up.
1 goes through, damage 2. So looter gone. Okay. And we'll go Screamer Killer, the other one. He's going to try and check if I'm 18. I think I am, but I'm going to go across into the Morkanaut. It looks like 18.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got it. All right, so we'll go into the Morkanaut just to try and soften it up. 2 shots +3. Needing 4s. All right, got the hits. We need 5s to wound, strength 8. Ooh, triple 5. -2, bit of cover, -1 in total.
So 4 ups.
4 ups.
No.
Well, take that. 3 wounds go through, dropping down to 17. Okay, interesting. And again, a battle shock test at -1.
Nope, failed.
Okay, battle shocked on him. Again, not that it's going to make too much difference. Might stop a command reroll or something. Okay. Which, to be fair, is actually quite important if I'm going to try and put lance shots into. So we'll do that now. So Norn Emissary is going to put 2 Neuro Lance shots into you. There's kind of melter shots. We'll commit this to a sympathising Xenos friend, or even better, an Ork player, such as Chris Comiskey. Okay. Right. Have you heard about the Xenos? Have you heard about the Chris Comiskey dice? They're good. There you go, 2 hits. We're then looking for, I think it's 4s to wound, with strength 12.
Yep, toughness 12.
Come on, Chris. 2 5s. Right. AP -3. So
We're on a 5 up involved.
5 ups. Huge roll if you want to pick a friend.
Who do I want to put this on? Blood Angels, Ryan?
Brian is an Ork player. Yeah, go ahead.
We'll do 1 at a time then. 5 plus?
No.
5 plus?
No. Because this is Lance, Melter, sorry, of D6 plus 2. So I'm in range 9. Yeah, because we measure the charge, it's a 7. So we're looking at 2d6 plus 4 on the damage. Chris Comiskey says, just when I needed it. I have to command reroll. I'll use the once per turn ability from the Hive Tyrant again. It is 5. Whoa, 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 whoa. Right, okay. So we're looking at, I think it's 11. 7 and 4. 11. Yes, dropping down to 6 wounds left. All of a sudden, there is a possibility of a Morkanaut going down. Don't usually rely on the Tyranids in their shooting phase for this list, but we've managed to triangulate enough firepower to cause some trouble. I guess we need to go to the sacrificial unit next, which is across here, the Hive, the Tyrannifex. 1 success from a rupture cannon will destroy that target. 6 plus d6 damage. So we'll go Patronic, and we'll go for a Xenos player, Nate Miller. No. Sorry about this. I'm going to put Nate back. He hates the Tyranids. He has Tyranid corpses all over his tower model bases, so we'll just leave that on. We'll go for Midnight Miniatures. Here we go. He plays Tyranids. So we're going to go for, we sat still, need 2s. Oh, that's right, okay, 2 hits. We then need 3s to wound, strength 18. We will, do you know what, I don't think we could command reroll because it's the wrong way round. Yeah, I think you're right. It's the ability, it's like same for Space Marine Captain. You can use the stratagem if it has already been used this turn. So you can use it as a second option, but we've done it the wrong way around. So no, the answer is we cannot use a command reroll because technically it's been used already. So that has to sit as it is. Ah, the agony. Yes, okay. I did see, yeah, I was right. Midnight Miniatures, Imperial Guard, Tyranids, Blood Angels. He also plays Orks, and that's why I fluffed on the dice. He's loyal to Orks this time around. All right, that's failed, not gone through. Crucially, that would have taken down the Morkanaut. It's going to have to be close combat if we're able to do it, or not. There's a bit more firepower. We'll turn to the Hive Tyrant next. D3 shots with his heavy venom cannon. It's not as high caliber, just the 2, which again would be enough. 2s for hits. Nothing I can do about that one. A 5 to wounds and his strength 9. Oops, that's him finished. We'll turn to regular gaunts next. There is a Strangleweb which can do devastating wounds, so I'll fire that. D6 auto hits. 6s to wound. Snake Eyes, no. And then gaunts to be 7. Just for the casualties that we've taken. Then 4s. Then 6s. Nothing from them. Okay, and I think we're running out of firepower options here. Yeah, we've got a Tyrannocyte. We'll put a firepower into the character. 5 shots, needing 4s. 5s probably if you're toughness 6.
Toughness 5.
Toughness 5. All right, so 1 wound comes through.
AP.
-1.
So 4 plus. No.
Okay, 2 damage taken on him.
Down to 4.
So all firepower's complete. Stinger salvos, by the way, went across into the Mega Knobs. 3 wounds, but all passed with 2 up saves with cover. So we're going to go on to charges next for the Tyranids. This is our last chance this turn to bring that Morganaut down. It's got to be done in close combat. As we'll go on to charges now. We'll do this one on camera. I need a 6-inch charge. Our ability this turn is +1 to the charge rolls. So 7 inches becomes a 6-inch charge. With a command reroll on standby, which I'd rather not use. We will have to use it roll a 3. No, I have to blame a Patreon for this one. I cannot be blamed for this. Oh, in desperation, we'll turn to the pirates. Mitch, not Keith or Rob. No, it doesn't go ahead. No, okay, nothing I can do about it. No charge. That is a crucial moment in this battle, but no charge takes place. There's some other charges to go ahead, but the non-emissary out of position and has failed to charge the Morganaut. So this charge goes ahead, no problem. We'll do this one. It's a 9-inch charge, straight up 9. And not this time around, no. So character's going to escape this turn as well. Tyranids failing their charges, which may well come to haunt them as the game goes on. We'll go on to combat resolution. Just this one. So what can we do? We'll just go with this combat across here. So Screamer Killer, 10 attacks.
What damage is he?
Straight damage 3. With the claws, hitting on 3s, wounding on 2s maybe, depending on your toughness. I'll let you know.
So I'm toughness 6.
Oh yeah, all right, we'll be wounding on 3s then, because we're going to be at strength 10.
Strength 10, and you're 3 damage.
3 damage and AP -2.
How many attacks?
10. Needing 3s.
Needing 3s.
We're going to hit by 7 times.
I'm going to play one CP stratagem, which is extra gubbins.
Okay.
1 Grot's vehicle unit from your army until the end of the phase. Each time an attack is allocated, subtract 1 from the damage.
Fine.
So they're -1 damage.
Very useful. And we're using the Michael Fryer dice in 3s. Yeah, Michael Fryer hates Orks and Tyranids. And he's, boy, 3s to wound. Oh man, just 2. Okay.
So I've got 5 up in vuln.
Yes.
No.
2 go through. I would have killed you, but your stratagems literally saved the model.
Yeah.
Well done, good play. Down to 2 wounds left, right?
What?
1, 5 wounds a time. Killer Can's holding here, and we'll be able to strike back at full strength, and they can nip back well enough. I sense the Orks are eager just to break out here. They don't like being attacked. It's nice when they have the flow of attacks with them.
We'll press the button, and we'll get an extra AP -2 on critical wounds.
Yeah, which could help. We're on 2 up save.
So we've got 4 attacks each now.
Oh, because of the WAAAGH?
Because of the WAAAGH, they get +1 attack and +1 strength. So they're strength 9.
All right.
So we are on 4s to hit.
Okay. Well done. Yeah, well done. Good roll.
Strength 9.
Yeah, still 5s to win. Just let me check here for you. Sorry, because we could be toughness. We are toughness 9.
So 4s to wound.
4s to win.
So 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay. And look. Oh no, they're all 5s.
They're all
Sorry.
5s. Yeah, they're all 5s.
No
So
6s.
AP -2.
-2. 4 ups. Ooh, boy. Okay, blocked 3.
3 damage.
3 damage. Okay, dropping down to 7 wounds left. Respect for the cans, though. They are standing up against the Screamer Killer, so good for them. So, combat's resolved. Bit of a standoff across here. I thought we'd be able to breeze through these Killer Cans, but they have made their stand and have nipped back against this Screamer Killer. End of turn, we'll update you on points here for the Tyranids. So points coming for assassination. I'm going to dump it here. We had a chance, but didn't go ahead, so we'll leave it, and we'll dump that and take a CP. 4 points though for behind enemy lines. I think we've got at least 2, maybe 3, but the max you can get is 4 points for behind enemy lines. So that takes us to 16 points to 0. There is a turn in hand though for the Orks. They're about to pick up points for sure for that objective over there, which is worth 5 to them at this point in the game, and will increase in value as the turns go by. Orks look very set on that objective. It is the most valuable across there. Tyranids seeking to work on a wider front, perhaps to just get more points in from a larger area of the board. We'll see if that tactic works. Orks are aware of that. Rob's said so. That's why I think he's going to gear up for trying to do something about this central objective at least. And bear in mind, objectives like this are not guaranteed to be safe for the Tyranids. There's deep strikers and flanking units available which can come in now, turn 2 onwards for the Orks as well. They have their own assets to bring onto the board. At the moment, the Tyranids have the lead. The Flesh has the, I was going to say it dominates the table, it certainly doesn't, but it does have the lead points-wise. We'll hand over to the Orks now on their second turn as they seek to wrestle here against this Tyranid force. Turn 2 for the Orks coming up next. Alright, so Orks turn 2. No prisoners, that's kill stuff, and engagement of fronts, which is spread out into table quarters, which the Orks are able to do on at least 3 currently. So, the game's turning into a drive towards a central objective. Tyranids trying to resist that. So clash in the middle. Definitely in control of this one. This is the tasty objective. The Orks are on it. And even stronger now, because Rob's brought on reinforcements. But also, they don't want to sit there. They've got resources to now starting to probe into Tyranid territory as well. So, Mega Knobs, remember there's a WAAAGH, and Rob rolled a 6. So we've got an 11-inch move across in this direction. So now all of a sudden, Mega Knobs on the rampage heading across in this direction. They're going to be backed up by... The reason why Rob's brought these on is to reinforce his position. Also, the flanks and the edges have been shut down by the Tyranids, just with board presence of units. And so Rob wants to get these on the board now. So we have... Death Dread here, there's one at the other side. Morkanaut, slight adjustment with that, moving out, but still on the objective. Boys just behind. Deathcopters have deep struck in, landing here to put some shots into the Hive Tyrant. Morkanaut, this one hasn't moved because of the danger of Overwatch, and so has had a wound restore back up to 7, that was from the mech. Killer Cans have shifted to their left, and then a 9-inch charge if we can go ahead with the other Death Dread on the left-hand side. Then for engagement fronts, the lone Big Mech has shifted to his left. He's in this table quarter, just in case the Cans are overwhelmed. As the Cans are over here, they're going to continue fighting. And then one final move, which came from the Tyranids, rapid ingress on the flank with the Warriors. They've turned up here as a countermeasure to those Mega Knobs if they charge in. Movement done. Shooting phase next. So I've been checking the rules, checking online to see what people say. For the rules for Blast, we reckon we can, and do let us know in the comment section if you disagree. But Blast weapons can't fire into close combat. They cannot fire out of combat into another combat, and presuming this is against a monster or vehicle. But we reckon they can shoot at a monster or vehicle outside of their combat as long as that monster or vehicle is not in close combat itself or an engagement range of an enemy unit. So what we're saying is that the Killer Cans can fire their blast weapon rockets into the Screamer Killer. I'm perfectly happy with that. We've checked and it's all good.
So push the button for 5, which is the AP minus 2. D3 shots each.
Off to a good start here.
8.
8 attacks. I do think you still get the minus
one
one.
to hit,
Yeah.
yeah.
So 5s. I'm just going to use the longbow BB dice for this one.
So 5s to hit. Oh, that's nice, isn't it?
Yes, it's good shooting.
And then strength 9.
Force to wound.
Force to wound. And then 6s are AP minus 4. So one AP 2 and one AP minus 4.
Okay. Right. The minus 4 needs 6 up. And the minus 2 need a 4 up. Come on. Ah, no. 6 wounds.
6 damage.
Drop him down to 4 wounds left. That's real good shooting from the cans. Again, what a great advert they are. I'm tempted to use them for my own list. And they're very appealing at the moment. They're a cheap unit, 150 points. Yeah, you may as well. There's D3 shots, rocket launcher coming from the Death Dread.
This is pushing the button first. So the extra AP and the number of shots.
3.
That's good dice, isn't it?
Yes. 5s. Got him.
And then no.
No wound. Okay. Whew. Okay. Right, killer cans. There's another squad over there. Same target into the Screamer Killer.
So that's sustained hits.
Great.
Number of shots.
6 shots.
6.
Come on, killer cans.
On 4s.
Ooh, 3. 4s.
Just the
1. Any kind of cover in between?
No.
No. We're looking at a 4 up, so we get a 4. Just about managed to keep that damage away. So Screamer Killer's still functional. It's taken heavy damage, but still alive. So, firepower from here is coming into the non-emissary to try and protect him. I haven't used a stratagem before. We've done it for free from the Hive Tyrant. It's called Reinforced Hive Node. It's like Armour of Contempt, so a -1 off the AP. Just to try and add some protection on him.
Okay, so 1 CP bigger shells for bigger gits to give him +1 to wound.
Yes.
And then he's on 7 wounds, so he's -1 to hit. But he's +1 to hit because it's a WAAAGH. And then he's +1 to hit because of the
Blessing from the mech.
mech boy. So he works out +1 to hit overall.
Okay.
And then the pushing the button, sustained hits. That's quite nice.
Okay.
Right, who are we going to give this to?
I think we're out of Orc friends. Oh, no, there is. Look, there's one more. Martin Vagabond.
Okay.
Right.
Go for Martin.
Oh, is this D6 shots?
D6 for the custom mega zapper. So everything is just going into the emissary. 6. Nice.
They're all rooting for you, these Orc Patreons.
9. So 4s to hit.
Okay.
And sustained hits.
Oh, it's looking good. It's looking really good.
So then add in 1 back in because the sustained.
Yes.
And then he is strength 10.
5s to wound. Toughness
+1 because
11.
of the
4s to wound.
4s to wound.
Not a big roll.
So 3.
3 make it through.
And these are AP -2.
-2 total.
Yeah.
So -1 in reality for the Armour of Contempt, the Reinforced Hive Node. So 3 ups then. And blocks them all. Okay. So stopped that damage. If you don't kill, you're gonna charge me, right?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So custom mega blaster. Nothing.
Okay.
Rocket launcher is D3 for 2. Nothing. And then the big miss is disappointing.
Bit of Dakar. Right, maybe 10 shots for rapid fire.
He's rapid fire 2. He
Sorry.
gets twin linked, but
So you got another 2?
no, so he's 3 and then he's rapid fire 2.
Oh, gotcha. Right,
Yeah. And then he's going to be on 5s to wound. And then he does get to reroll because he's twin linked. So 2.
2 2-ups. Passed. All right. Emissary's alive.
Right.
Boasts a good amount of heavy firepower here. Tyranids trying to cope with it as much as they can. Wounds are coming through. Non-emissary, though, has been preserved. Not a scratch on it yet. So we'll see if Rob's able to make his charge. I failed mine twice. 7-inch charge required. Next bit of firepower.
So I need to kill stuff. So the big mech. Oh, sorry, he needs to roll his hazardous rolls. I could kill him. I couldn't quite kill him.
Oh.
So he does lose 3 wounds.
Drop it down to 4. Oh, boy.
That's okay.
Okay.
And then Right, Big Mech is going to shoot at the Screamer Killer.
Sure. So I think there's different loadouts you can give him.
Yes, there is. He can either take a Custom Mega Blaster or a Tractor Cannon. I've given him the Custom Mega Blaster.
Sure.
So, pressing the button, sustained hits.
Yeah, all right.
He gets 3 shots.
6s would be great.
On 5s. Yep, that's 2 hits.
Yeah, we've sustained. Nice.
Strength 9.
4s.
So that's 1.
Yep.
AP minus 2.
4+. And we block. Xenos dice kicking in. Come on. So switching to this flank, Sam Hermes dice being used. This is on the Morkanaut.
Yeah.
And he is going to go into the Trinifex.
He will, yes.
Okay.
So we got he's not got the +1 to wound or anything, but we'll just do we'll do the pushing the button first. Sustained hits.
Nice.
Number of shots. 3.
Okay.
So that's 6 because it's D3 plus 3. On 4s. No sustained. And I believe this is going to be 5s to wound.
Yep. None. Ooh, tough beastie. Okay.
Okay, and then the belly gun. This is 3 shots. 1 hit. Nothing. Rocket. It's 3 shots. 2 hits. Strength 8. Nothing.
Okay.
Big shooters. So that's 4 hits because I've got an extra 1 for sustained. And then I think I'm on it's strength 5, so I imagine I'm on 6s to wound.
Yeah. A wound sneaks in.
Another 1 too, sorry, because it's
Twin linked. Alright, so 1 wound taken. Dropping down to 9. Okay, so it will be close combat required to try and bring that beast down.
There is a rocket in this boys squad, which I might as well put into there.
Go ahead.
So they do get the push the button because they've got a mech in the squad. So he gets lethal hits, which is quite nice.
D3.
So D3, 2 shots, hit on 5s.
Got 1.
Lethal hit.
And lethal. 4 up. Come on. Move past. Scary moment. Okay.
And then rockets.
Yeah, it's Deathcopters.
They'll just go straight at the
Hive Tyrant, yeah, start on him.
They don't get to push the button.
Okay.
So just 3d3 shots for 4.
2 hits. 4s or 3s to win. Nothing. Okay. And they're not twin linked.
Oh, sorry, they are twin linked, aren't they?
Yeah, it's 2 attempts to reroll.
That's 1.
Sorry. -2.
Yeah.
-1 for cover. 4 up. And we block it. Passed a lot of saves here with the Xenos dice. Okay. The other thing I could see is maybe a rocket from your Death Dread if he's got a target, but yeah, I don't know. Cutting the.
I don't think you can see anyone.
No. All right. Charges then.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
So this Death Dread is gonna.
Yeah, straight up 9-inch charge. 10. Good for you. In he goes. Right. Next. Mega Knobs.
Mega Knobs into him, and we'll declare
into the Lictor as well.
5.
Oh boy.
Yeah, we're just inside 6, so we've just made it. That's close.
Dear me. Dragging their feet today. Someone woke them up
I
early.
don't want to go.
Okay.
Oh, we've got to be careful here.
Right. You got Command Rear on standby.
Yeah.
It's a 7-inch
It's
charge.
a 7-inch charge. Okay.
Yeah, because no one's moved. No. Oh no.
Right,
They will not going against each other.
Have to be there.
It must be now. These charges are easy enough.
Right, 7 inches. Come on. There we go.
There we go. Right. 9.
Is it?
We finally got the clash between these two. Boy.
There we go. Always heads come off.
Sorry. Yeah, keep your head. Okay. It's great to see. It really is. Rob will get to strike first in that combat. Any other charges?
I mean, I might as well try the boys. It's a 12-inch charge for them to get into the Screamer Killer, so I'm not expecting them to do it, but...
You never know.
Oh,
Sorry, okay. Okay. Right, so, fights first. The player whose turn it's not. So it will be the Lictor, actually, that goes first in this fight against the Mega Nob. So I'll do his attacks first of all. Sneaky thing. We'll see what we can do. We'll go to Michael German for this one. We need 2s. Don't roll 1s. Don't roll 1s. 4 1s. Force to wound at strength 6. Just the one comes through. If you're -2, you'll put it onto your big mech.
Okay, so he's got 4+.
And he passed. Well done. Right, so you can now pick a combat. I can't interrupt play.
Okay.
Well, maybe I could, so be careful. The Hive Tyrant, I think it reduces a CP cost, a stratagem cost by 1. I have a CP, so I could spend his ability and 1 to give him interrupt play. Yeah, I think I've used the ability this turn on him already. And it doesn't matter. Rob's just going to pick that combat first. So, okay. So, Rob's going to fight here first, just for the maybe possibility that I could use -1 off the cost of interrupt play with him, and I've got a CP to spend. So Rob's going to fight there first. That's just going to stop me from thinking about doing that. So, what have you got to try and bring this thing down? We're not in range of our objective, sadly. So we're outside of the 5+ feel no pain.
So I've got 5 attacks because it's on the WAAAGH. I get to add +1 to my attacks. I would be hitting you on 2s, but it goes down to 4s. Oh, sorry, to 3s. Because he's -1 and he's +1. The other +1 that he gets is only for shooting. So let's use... Who likes close combat?
Darth Window, I think, is about the best here.
Yeah.
Space Wolves and Chaos Demons.
So 5 attacks. Hitting on 3s.
Huge roll.
Oh, sorry, I forgot I should have done my
Do the button.
And that is sustained, so it means that that 6 becomes
A hit.
a hit.
Yep.
So then we are strength 19.
3s to wound.
3s to wound. Would roll a 2, of course. So 3.
Right.
AP -3.
I have to ask what the damage is.
Flat 6.
Yeah. So I need to pass at least 1. Ideally, pass 2. I'll go Patronic on this one as well. We'll go to the toughness of the tower. So, no. He's Connor Collins. He says, don't use the dice in melee. Or Field Marshal Robert, don't use a something bad can happen. Right, God, there's limitations here. Max Field Knuckles. We'll go to 4 up in bun saves. 2 go through. That's nasty. So yeah, we reckon he has used his ability this turn. We used it to grant the -1 AP in shooting phase, which means I have 1 CP left, which I'll use to command reroll one of these. Okay, we're all sorted out here, and we do block it on a 4+ invuln. Thankfully, that thing has an invuln save. But outside of our feel no pain, and a straight 6 damage will come through. So knocking him down to 10 wounds left. And for those wondering, if I was in range, we would have blocked just the 1 wound. Okay, down to 10 wounds left. Next combat.
You can't interrupt now, can you? So...
Can he cause 4 wounds against that to bring it down? That's the big question, but we'll have to wait. So Mega Nob's in the go. So Rob will push them in. Looks like they're all going to get to fight here. Okay. So spreading the attacks around, who wants to take the Lictor down or try and kill the big beast. All right, so that's the combat. There it is. And allocation will be...
So the big mech, and 1 Mega Nob into the Lictor.
And the rest.
And then the rest into...
Sure. Okay. I'm just saying, despite all that's gone on, casualties are quite light. Things are damaged, but yet to be destroyed. I've just lost the Von Ryan's Leapers so far. But we do have units that are now taking heavy damage. Same for the Orks. Waiting for the point where these armies will break.
So the big mech gives them the mech keyword. So we'll push the button. Sustained hits.
Great.
big mech first. He gets +1 attack. All right.
If you hate the Tyranids, Nate Miller's the man to go to.
Go on him. Nate
Okay.
Miller. 5 attacks. Hitting on freeze with his power claw. No sustained. I should have just rolled this all together. Strength 9, so 3's to wound. So 2 at -2.
6s. No. 4 wounds taken, 2 wounds left.
Yeah. And then the other knob with the power claw, hitting on 4s. And then 1 sustained. 3's to wound. 4.
Oh. Yeah, take him off.
He's dead.
Lictor's gone. Okay. Beautiful kit. Very expensive though, but amazing kit from Games Workshop. Okay. Useful enough, but it's a 55-point unit. It shouldn't be anywhere near Mega Knobs, but it's found itself caught out in close combat.
We've got 12 power claws.
Oh boy.
Hitting on 4s. Sustained.
Yes.
So we add 3 back in.
Brilliant.
So the strength 9, so I'm assuming I'm wounded on 5.
5's to win, this is the roll. Oh, it's good, it's good, it looks really good.
So that is 6
Right.
at -2.
4 ups. I need to roll above average to survive. And that is not above average, that's...
8 damage.
Oh, 8 damage, I'm still alive. Oh boy. Right, okay, dropping down to 1 wound left.
And then we've got the kill saws.
Oh.
3 attacks.
Thought we got
Well, he's on 4s. Oh, he's missed.
No way.
Yeah, he's missed.
He's missed. Oh boy. Definitely hitting on 4s, isn't he?
Yep, hitting on 4s.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Okay, we've survived. Okay, next combat is
Death Dread.
the Death Dread. Yes, of course, over in that corner. I was about to say down here, but Death Dread next. He's got fights first for charging.
So he's got 7 attacks. So he's got 4 base.
Yeah.
+2
3.
for the weapons, +1 for the WAAAGH.
Yep.
So he's hitting on 3s.
3's going into the turn
Sorry, I
site.
need to roll the
Press the
push the button. He's sustained.
And it helps.
Yep, so 1 sustained. He
Okay.
is strength 13.
3's to wound.
3's to wound.
Yeah.
It's not great. 3 at AP -2.
5 ups to block. Block 2.
Just 3 damage.
Okay. 3 wounds dropping down to 7 left on the Tyranid site. Things won't die here. There's lots of units taking damage, but no destruction. Pick a combat, right? Which would be this one here for me. We'll go this one here. So, Screamer Killer on 10 attacks. Just fighting as it is. There's no kind of assistance I can give it other than picking up Patron, a couple of melee reluctant ones here. We'll go with the last Imperial one here that doesn't mind close combat's Nicholas Lucas. Looking at drop dice, looking at 3s. Now come on. Right, not bad this time. We're now looking at 3s. 4 at -2. The WAAAGH's still on, right?
Well, still on, so I've got 5 up in vulnerable save.
Okay.
All right.
It's amazing.
Just kill the one.
Just the one. Do you detonate?
Do they have deadly demise? They do, just 1.
Okay, 1 dice, needing a 6. No, alright, so 1 can gone. And still, they will hold up the Screamer Killer. Cans making their attacks now, 4 attacks each.
Push the button. That is lethal hits.
Fine, yep.
So we're on
Real well here, you could get me.
4s to hit. That's pretty well. So they're all
Lethals,
wounds.
fantastic. Yep.
And these are, because they're strength +1, so they're strength 9 at the moment.
4's to wound.
No.
Okay. 3 4-ups. Pass 2. 1 goes through, damage 3, right?
Yeah.
Dropping down to 4 wounds left. All right, well done. Well done. Standoff continues between these 2 units. And Everything's been and gone. We'll do the Tyrannifex, just as a formality of him. We'll just get his attacks out of the way. He is -1 to the hit roll, and he's going to be attacking with powerful limbs. So 5s. And no wounds coming through. It's him done. And then we'll go on to the Norn Emissary. This is the moment of truth for him. Got no kind of bonuses I can go for. So we'll go for 6 attacks, needing 2s. Okay. 5s to wound, coming in at strength 9. 666. Well, these are -2, 3 damage. So 5 ups on 3 dice.
He's dead. Yep.
Oh, he's gone. Got him. We needed 2 to go through.
We'd very much like him to explode.
Oh, please don't. Oh, okay, he's gone. All right, removed from play. 1 Gorkanaut down. Everyone's completely untouched. Okay, non-emissary overwhelms its target. But not quite over for close combat. We've got the Tyrannocyte. It can do something. It's got its flensing whips. So we're looking at 4s, quad 6. 5s to wound. Yeah, 2 wounds to come through. -1, but it's 2 damage.
So how many?
2.
2.
Your base are 2+.
Yes, I believe they are. Yeah.
3 ups. 1 sneaks in, so 2 wounds taken on the Death Dread, and that marks the end of close combats here. Have to say, Tyranids have survived well and then struck back better, especially this combat result here in the middle of the Norn Emissary. There are some solid backbone units here in this Tyranid force, and it's those units that are engaging with the Orks in close combat and able to make some kind of stand. Okay, and the loss of that small Connaught puts this plan of clearing this makes it a lot more difficult for sure. So yes, that objective's secured, and it's worth that whopping, well, 5 points, then 8 points, then 15. So there's massive points tally available with that. But the Tyranid plan is to move around the edges, and so far it's going okay for them. Although Ork units putting up stiff resistance for sure. Okay, so turn 3 for the Tyranids. We've gone for +1 to the hit rolls. That's called Goaded to Slaughter for our Synaptic Imperative roll. Then secondaries drawn is no prisoners. That's kill stuff, 2 points per kill. And then Cleanse, which is performing actions on no man's land objectives that we control in the shooting phase. It completes the end of our turn for points coming through as well. So we'll go on to our move here. Kill stuff, continue to take these objectives. We're on 5 and 5 once again for points being scored. Right, so movement completes. Well, frozen in place across here, just wary of Overwatch, so not move with the Screamer Killer or the Tyrannocyte. Across here, remaining in close combat. Tyrannocyte's moved around, still in range of the objective. Death Leaper's moved around, that will cleanse. Lictor's shifted and cleansed, or will cleanse. Non-assimilator, as I have chosen to just stick to the plan. So it's to camp out on that objective and survive on that objective. So it's moved back around this direction to go back onto its nest. Gaunts are going to sit there and provide a little bit of firepower support. The Hive Tyrant, though, he's free to move off. So he's moved around in this direction to try and push through against the Orks over there. Then the Warriors have pushed through in this direction as a countermeasure against the Meganobs. And that's it. Movement done. We'll go on to Tyranid shooting phase next. So following on with our rule about being able to fire blast weapons out of close combat as long as it's against a monster vehicle that is not within engagement range, we're going to fire the Tyrannifex into the Morkanaut. So we've gone for Connor Collins, one of the new gold level Patreons. Tower player. Needing bracketed and -1. +1 for sitting still. So we go to 4s. I was going to say I'm going to check the rules, but it can't be hitting on 2s. 3s to hit. Sit still is 2s. -1 because of our damage, and -1 because of firing a blast weapon outside of close combat. Missed. And there's nothing I can do. Okay, so failed. Stinger salvos were put into Meganob's wound, came through, but a save was passed. Okay, so we'll press on to something else. So we'll go to the non-simulator. Sorry, it's not a simulator, it's an emissary. We'll go into that. Add into the Deathcopters. So 2 shots to fire the Neuro Lance. 2s. Yes. Does that have stealth or anything, do they?
No.
Yeah, okay. We're looking at Toughness 5 or 6. Oh, it's going to be 2. I'm strength 12, so it's going to be 2s. 2s. Yeah, 2 go through. -3 bit of cover. -2 in total. 6s, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Okay. D6 each time. And the wounds on those is 4, I believe.
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah. So the first one. No. And... there's so many different things I need a command point for. Command reroll the damage. God, I'll regret it. But we'll do it anyway. I can't. We'll leave it. All right, and the next bit of damage. It's a 2. If I had a command rerolled, I would have got 1. No. Oh, yeah, I would have done. That's all right. 3 wounds, dropping down to 1 wound left. That's an opportunity missed there, but still some damage coming through. We'll put the gaunts into them. Bit of Daka here. So looking at 4s. And a wound comes through. 3 up now for cover, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. Adds a Strangle Web. D6 auto hits. 3. 6 is to wound, which are devastating. No. We'll then turn to the Hive Tyrant. D3 shots into them. Just go all the way through here. It's just the 1 shot, needing a 2. Needing a 3. Yep. -2, -1, 5 up.
Yeah.
Well done. All right, so Gopter's still alive. Firepower from this into that character. 5 shots, need 4s, sorry, 2. Well, 1 wound if he's toughness 5, if he's toughness 6.
He's toughness 5, yeah.
Yeah, it's 1 wound, AP -1, bit of cover in between, so whatever you...
Checking his on, so
Normal save.
3+.
It's probably a 4.
No, 3+.
Nice, 3 up it is then.
Oh.
Goes through, 2 damage.
2 damage.
Dropping down to 2 wounds left. We'll fire the other one. It's -1, so we need 5s. 4s, 5s. 4s to wound. Another wound. In the open this time. 4 up. Passed. Okay. We'll fire Screamer Killer into him. So D6 +3. 5 shots. 4s needs 5s. Needs 3s. 2 up -2. -1. 2 4-ups. Goes through. Got him. Just about. Okay. We'll blast at those boys with the other one. D6 +3. So 4 shots, 7 shots, and it's a full squad, so it's 9 shots. So we blast against those boys. We need 4s. We need 3s. So there's 5 at -2, so I think it's just going to scrub.
Yep.
So 5 slain. And there'll be a battle shock test at AP -1. Rob's happy to take those casualties. It's now stretching my charge range. Leadership's been passed though. Okay. So they passed their morale thanks to the mech who's in there with a 7. Okay, so morale holds for them. Rob wisely has removed models away from the barricade to make my charge more difficult. It may just be the killer cannons that we go after if we can with the Hive Tyrant. Looking around, I think firepower is pretty much done for the Tyranids. We'll go on to their charges next. Capturing our charges here, I'm presuming I'm going to make it in, but there's Overwatch coming from the cans. They've got lethals for their button.
So 3d3 shots.
8 shots.
7.
Sorry, 7, yeah. 6s will be lethal here, so any 6s rolled are going to go straight through. There must be at least 1. There is 1 goes through. Okay. -2.
Yep.
4+ to block. We do. Armor holds. Okay. Command rerolled the freebie one that he gets and failed. So charged. There's something going on around the area there. There's so many charges have been failed. Ones that really should have gone ahead. But 6-inch charge failed twice with the Hive Tyrant. He doesn't make his charge. The Warriors rolled a 6. They've rolled around the Meganobs quite nicely. So combat's going ahead here. We'll resolve combats next. We'll turn to the Warriors. I do have a CP. I'm going to spend this on a stratagem called Synaptic. No, it's called Irresistible Will. So shooting or fight phase, 1 Synapse unit, which they are. We'll pick an enemy unit, which will be the Meganobs. We will reroll. No. I'm not going to use that. Because I actually don't need it at all. It wouldn't benefit me at all, as I can choose the stance of them, which does reroll ones. Anyway, and then I can, for wounding, they're twin linked, so there is no point rerolling ones to wound. So I'm going to save the CP. Actually, don't need it at all. It's not going to benefit, so I'll leave it and just use the built-in rules that they have. So there's a number of stacked up abilities to help these warriors out. They are up against the tough enough target. So have you got any kind of feel no pain going?
Not anymore, no.
Right. Okay, so we'll turn to the squad leader first. He hits on 2s. The whole squad's been given +1 to hit rolls for our Synaptic Nexus ability. They are Synapse units. So, he doesn't get reroll 1s though. And these all hit. We'll now try and wound. Strength 7 for Synapse. He's a base of strength 6 +1.
Toughness 6.
3s to wound. Re-rolling nothing, because it doesn't help him. 4 saves at AP -1. Just AP -1.
So 3 ups.
Yeah.
2
get through. They're 2 damage each.
That's 1 dead.
So 1 Meganob slain. Well done, Prime. Good work. That is very, very useful. We're going to do 2 lots of 18. +1 to the hit rolls and re-rolling 1s. So 2s to hit, re-rolling 1s. And then with the Prime, 6s are sustained as well. So this looks terrible, but we are on 2s. Reroll those 2. We'll add in 4. Now wounding, we are on strength 5, but we're Synapse with the new rules. The update for the Tyranids is +1 strength if you're in Synapse. So we're actually on strength 6. That takes us to 4s to wound. And we're twin linked for these melee bioweapons. So the force to wound is keeping a good chunk of the damage away. These are AP -2, and there is 14 saves to make. This is half the attacks, another half still to come.
Dear me. Right, 4s.
It's an incredibly good roll.
3.
Exceptionally good. So another model slain.
Are they just 1 damage each?
Just 1 damage, yeah, 1 damage, yeah. It would have been scary if it was damage too. All right, we'll go again. The real good save there, Rob. Dear mate, blocked a lot of damage. If I don't get you, I'm in massive trouble. 2s. Rerolling 1s. 1 for sustained. This is not so good. 4s. I doubt we're going to wipe the target. That was the hope, but I don't think it's going to happen. We'll re-roll these ones. No. Blunt swords, 10 saves of 4+. There's 4 Meganobs left. We are going to pay for this. All right, wounds are coming through. So clusters of 3.
2.
2 more gone. Okay. 2 more slain. I think there's a rule where you're able to bring a model back.
Yep.
There is. Okay, so that'll happen next turn. Right, we'll press on with charges, so we'll come back to that close combat. So it's the Screamer Killer across here. This one is on. I'm just saying, if we were running Crusher Stampede previously, I would now be on +1 to hit roll and to the wound roll, which is quite good. But anyway, 3s. Not bad. 3s to wound. Okay. 5 saves at -2. Each one's damage 3.
So 4+.
Good rolling again. I think both of us have had some pretty good dice roll in this game. 3 damage.
Down to 3.
Drop it down to 3 wounds left. Crucially, it's still alive. Well done. And then we'll go to this one. Yes. So pressing the button.
Pressing the button. So sustained.
Okay.
Back down to 3 attacks each.
Oh.
On 4s. I get 1
Sustained.
sustained.
Okay. One or 2?
Let's double check.
I think it's strength 9.
Strength 9, I believe, yeah.
So it'd be 4s, just the 1.
No, strength 8, so yeah, just 1.
Just 1, okay. Not blocked, down to 1 wound left. Come on, reroll.
You've not used 1 yet? No.
Here it comes. There's 1 more patch on. Valhalla Field Marshal Robert, if he's in the mood to help out a wounded Screamer Killer. He's not. Okay, drop it down to 1 wound left. I think Rob would agree with that. All right, both Robs. This Rob and Valhalla Field Marshal Robert. Okay, so we'll press on to any of these combats. 3. I can pick a combat. We'll go to this one. Yeah, tactically, we should go over there with the Tyrannocyte. So we'll go with 5 attacks. It's maybe even 6 attacks in close combat. It is. Lean 4s. Come on. Nope. Terrible. 5s to wound. Nothing. So you can pick a combat. Doesn't really matter now, does it? Death Dread now.
Into the Screamer Killer.
Can try and take the Screamer Killer down.
Let's push the button. So critical wounds of extra 2 AP. That's quite nice. We're on 3s to hit.
Bang on average.
And then these are strength 12.
3s to wound. Oh, he's got them. Good old Death Dread.
So that's 2 at -4.
That's evil. 6. No. The other 2. Don't need to roll. Blocked 1. All right, 9 damage caused. Well done. Do we blow up? Oof. No. Okay, Screamer Killer can be removed from play. We've been outclassed over here by Killer Cans and their bigger cousins. I'm just sensing Orc machines starting to tip things in their favour. Just getting that impression. This is going to be a close enough game. As yeah, this done that one.
No, you did this one. You did that instead, so you haven't done that one yet.
Oh, right. Yes, that's right. Yeah, do this one. Cool. Almost missed that one. Okay. So we're looking at 10 attacks, needing 3s. Come on. It's not so reliable. 3s to wound. Yeah, 4 saves at -2. So 4 saves of 5+. Oh, 2 more. 5 in total. It's 4 in total. Sorry, it's 2 more. Ouch. Okay. Killer Can slain and 3 wounds on another. It's almost totally cancelling each other out here. 1 can left on 2 and a Screamer Killer left on 1.
Yeah,
All right, we've been putting it off here, but it's sad. Mega Knobs making their attacks into the warriors. But there's not many attacks left. The WAAAGH's over, and the kill source is just 2 attacks, needing 4s, I believe.
I'll push the button first.
Sure.
So that is the critical wounds.
Okay.
So 2 just on 4s to hit with the kill source. So 1 hit. Strength 12.
2s to wound. Yep.
Yep. AP -3.
Nothing. Damage 2.
Damage 2.
Okay, drop it down to 1 wound left. Put it on the warrior. Okay.
And then the big mech. 4 attacks on 3s.
Okay.
So that one auto wounds. And then he's strength 9.
3s to wound. Ah.
So just 1 at -2.
6 up. I was going to lose a model. No. Warrior slain. Okay, we got off quite lightly from that one. Okay. And I think we're finished. All right, combat's resolved. Interesting. We'll calculate points here at the end of the turn. So points come through for the Tyranids. It's not too bad. 10 points for primaries, 2 points for destroying 1 model across here, the Big Mech, and then 4 points for cleanse here and here. So total of 32 points to 9. The Orks do have a turn in hand. They're going to pick up 5 points at least. They're kind of banking on the higher amount of points coming later on in the game for the objective over in that corner. Tyranids trying to race around and pick up as many points as possible, majoring on these 2. Bear in mind, turn 4, right? That one disappears. Yeah, so the number of objectives shrinks on the board, and the opportunities for the Tyranids shrink with it. We'll go on to the 3rd turn of the game for the Orks coming up next. So we're on turn 3 here for the Orks. So I've pulled out this Shadow in the Warp here, forcing battle shock tests across the board. As Death Dread's failed, cans have failed, boys have failed. These cans have failed.
They failed, yeah.
Morkanauts failed. Meganobs have failed as well. So half the army's gone into battle shock here, rattled by this psychic scream coming from the Tyranids. And then cards in play as Sabotage is a tricky one, trying to get to the right piece of terrain, and then Secure No Man's Land, which is to take away a No Man's Land objective from the Tyranids to capture one. Tyranids are looking strong on that one, especially with the non-assimilator now encamped on that. Orks are just too far away from that one across the other side. And then Rob's already on this one across here. So tricky on secondaries. Some pressure coming in on the Orks now. We know points are going to start coming through for that. That's great. But to try and get beyond the Tyranids, healthy secondaries need to be coming through just to try and boost up the total before the avalanche of points come through later on. We'll press on though. The Orks will make their move here. So movement press is on. There's something to point out across here. Resurrected a model at full strength. So another Meganob came on. We then went on to, after the battle shock was failed, used a stratagem for the first time. I really like it, but it's tricky enough to get it in play. Smothering Shadow, it's called. 6d16 threes for mortal wounds. So the model that was resurrected was slain with an extra mortal wound flowing on, which was then restored. He can restore models as well, or restore wounds. Back on as well.
Once per game, yeah.
Once per game, right, okay, which was used now to bring the wounded lone Meganob back up to full strength. Remaining in close combat. Morkanaut is now on the move to join in that combat. Copters have moved onto this terrain piece in No Man's Land for Sabotage. Moving through with him to shoot, and that's about all he can do. His path's blocked. Boys parking up here. The damage to Boys' squad moving through to support as well, just getting ready for turn 5. Killer cans to tie up the Hive Tyrant. Remaining in close combat across here. There on the other side of the board, remaining in close combat across here as well. These mini battles taking place. We'll see who. It's kind of insignificant almost at this stage as far as the bigger picture is concerned. But that's movement done. We're going to shooting phase next.
So what his ability is the AP one.
Just rounding off shooting it.
One shot. Misses.
Okay, that's firepower from there, going into the Hive Tyrant. Firepower from here, took off. We've got a hit and caused a wound, dropping down to 4 wounds left on the Tyrannocyte. Yeah, she's alive. The Tyrannofex remains alive with 1 wound left. The Morkanaut offloaded everything it had. So too did the Death Dread with its rocket firepower coming through as well. But passed a load of 4-up, 5-up saves, one after the next. We were also hit by rocket firepower coming from the Killer Cans, which took out one of the Bodyguard Tyrant Guard models and put 3 wounds on another. But shooting phase has been a struggle. Then as Rob was weighing up what to do with the Copters, whether to lend some firepower support, but he stuck to the plan and gone for Sabotage to get those points coming through, because we think this game is going to be tight enough for sure. We're going to charges next for the Orks. Alright, so charges taking place. Morkanaut's gone in. Killer Cans bravely have gone in to take on the Hive Tyrant. I reckon I could, not 0 CP, but -1 to the CP and interrupt play, so Rob's definitely going to go first here with the Killer Cans against the Hive Tyrant.
Pushing the button.
Okay.
Sustained hits.
I might want to press the button number 4, the ejector seat. In this one, we'll see.
So 9 attacks on 4s. Lots of 6s would be nice.
A heap of
Not
hits.
Not bad. And then 1 back in.
Wow, it is really good actually.
And then we're strength 8.
With my Bodyguard, I dropped to toughness 8, so it's 4s.
4s to wound. Not so good. 3.
3 make it through.
AP -2.
-2. Okay, I'll go 5 ups then. 1 at a time. Blocked.
Oh, don't do it.
Blocked. Goes through. All right. 1 Bodyguard model slain. Next is the Gorkanaut. 4 or 5 attacks. Or have you got a sweeping option maybe?
I've got a sweeping option. What toughness are they?
Toughness 5 they would be. I might just pull out a stratagem here. Maybe I'll just check the rules. I've paid a CP for, it's like Armour of Contempt, just -1 off your AP. So that may influence which option Rob goes for.
I'll go for the big
stab.
strike, yeah.
Okay.
So see what my push the button is it doesn't really make any difference. It's the
AP minus, yeah.
So we're on 2s to hit. So all hit.
Okay.
Strength 18, so I'm assuming twos to
wound, yeah.
2s to wound. So 3.
3, yep.
And then AP minus 3 becomes minus
2.
2.
So it gives me a 6 up, some kind of chance of blocking something. We do block 1. And each one's damaged.
Damage
Crazy.
6. Yeah,
Right.
So
2 slain. So the stratagem prevented 1 from being destroyed. Okay. So we've got models remaining. That's all the charges, right? So we hand over... Yeah, tough enough choice now for the Tyranids. If we go across here, I think surely I must go with the Warriors next. I'll definitely go with the Warriors. It's more significant of a fight, and we'll just hope that Screamer Killer can survive across there. So we'll go with the Prime. Do its attacks. The whole lot's going to go into those Mega Knobs. So Prime, first of all, needing 2s for our bonus this turn. We've selected reroll 1s, but that's for the Warriors, not for the Prime. Do get sustained though. Strength 7. 3s to wound, not twin linked. So 2 come through at -1.
So 3 ups. And of course a foul one.
One goes through. 2 damage from the Prime. Then we have 3 Warriors left. We seriously cut down on effectiveness when we start taking casualties. It's 18 attacks, hitting on 2s. Nice. So they've all hit. We've sustained of 5. Not sustained 5, can you imagine that? But sustained 1, and there's 5 of them coming through. We're trying to wound you on 4s. It's horrific. It's horrific. But we're twin linked, crucially. So we get another go. It's definitely a recovery. Toughness is really helping you out. But that was a wound and knocked over, so we're looking at 15 saves at -2. Don't think it's going to affect either of those models.
I've got one more to roll, but yeah, I think they're dead.
Boy, oh boy, Tyranid Warriors chopping away. So Mega Knob's removed. Tyranid's putting up resistance over in this corner, just making things as difficult as possible for the Orks. They still dominate that side of the board. I've got Tyranids still resisting. Okay, so the situation looks something like that. Okay, as Rob then must fight with this one.
Yeah.
Okay, so 1 battle shocked can, pressing the button.
He is extra AP -2 on 6s to wound, so that's nice.
4s.
So 4s. 2 hits.
Well done. Was that 1 or 2 wins?
I think he's strength 8, so I think it might be 1, but that is AP -4.
No. Oh, no. I need a 6. Nothing I can do other than blow up. No, you got him. Huzzah. Alright, target destroyed. Well done, Ken. As we pick a combat, so surely we'll pick the Tyrannocyte in the corner. Just looking at 4s. Just the 2. Looking at 5s. A wound comes through at -1.
So 3 up.
3 plus save.
Passed.
Okay. As Rob can do his attacks. Across the other side. Same combat, may as well. Where's literally his last
Pushing
option?
the button. Sustained hits. 6 attacks.
Fantastic.
3s. Add in 1 in. He is strength 12.
3s to wound.
Oh, indeed.
All of them. That's
At
fantastic.
-2.
7 at -2. We're going to go. We need 5 ups. We do block 3, but it's 12. 12 damage, right? Cool.
Yeah.
Wouldn't mind blowing up. Give it a go. Nope. And Tyrannocyte can be removed from play. All of a sudden, the unit's been destroyed here by the Orks. Is it too little, too late? Casualties running about evens now across the board. We'll turn to the Hive Tyrant next. I think it's the last combat to roll up for. So I'm going to play Irresistible Will, which is rerolling hit and win rolls of 1. So we're going to go for 2s. We're going to go for 3s. Nice. 5 saves at AP -2. Each one is damage 3. This is
So,
painful for the cans.
5+ then.
Yeah.
Need a good roll.
That is
That'll
a good
do.
roll, yeah, really good. It's enough to destroy 1 can.
Does he explode? He does.
It does, which would give me a wound. Okay, and a wound on yourself.
Wound on one of mine.
And there's some other... If you choose carefully which model, you could affect a number of models, actually, from my army. Yeah, it's worth a go. So, Can took a wound. A Bodyguard took a wound at Tyrant Guard. We lost a Gaunt. Feel no pain to pass that one, keeping us on 10, and the Lictor was out of range. Okay. Yeah, that's my attacks. That's it. That's completely finished. That's him done. And firepower finished. I was lined up for attacks back here, but we were brought down first. End of turn. Here. Frustration for both sides. More so the Orks, I think. There's been opportunities not quite capitalised on here. Tyranids still looking strong on this objective. This one's about to disappear. Tyranids are ahead in points. The Orks, as the game's going on, it really is going to be so important for those points coming through turn 4, turn 5. We'll give an update on the score as it stands here at the end of turn 3. So points coming through. 5 points just for primaries. That's the situation where that's going to swing around. 3 points for secondaries, taking Rob to 17 points. 17 points to 32. The Orks are ahead. We are about to pick up this. I've removed this objective. This one goes on turn 4. We'll pick up 8 points for that one. But so too will Rob on his turn, if he's able to hold that one, which he should. So we'll sort of cancel each other out. And then comes the avalanche. That's removed and we get nothing. And then the last turn of the game, Rob's able to pick up 15. So secondaries are huge in this one. I reckon the score line is going to be close enough, which makes for the best games of 40k when they're close. We'll go on to turn 4 now. The later stages of this battle for the Tyranids next. All right, so turn 4 for the Tyranids. Engage in all fronts. And overwhelming force is the 2 secondaries in play. We'll go on to make our moves now. So the shape of the game is changing. An objective gone. This one we picked up our points and now is redundant for us, really. And we know that everything's going to focus on that objective across this. The Orks now will need to go on the defensive for this one. The Tyranids to launch a final and desperate attack. Pushing forwards with the Gaunts. Everything's just driving in this direction with firepower and close combat. Gaunts moving through. Still some models on the objective, but pushing through with those. Hive Tyrant remains in close combat. Definitely, but pushing up to support. Just going to ignore that killer can. I don't think it's of any significance. Table quarters behind enemy lines is not possible. Table quarters has already been used, so it's just kind of sitting there. Tyrannocytes moving forward, lend some firepower support. Swinging across, 10-inch move on this thing. It's quick enough with the emissaries. It's moved around. Tyrannofex remaining stationary. The warriors are pulled out close combo. Paid a CP to give us fullback, shoot and charge. They're starting to clamber up the side of that hillside. If their charge is good enough, they can maybe roll around onto that objective. Movement done. We'll go on to shooting phase next. Rob's potentially going to play a strategy, and this is a key moment in the game, which we're going to capture on camera. The Tyrannofex, which hasn't died, has been shot at by the Death Dread. We're going to return fire. If we can kill that and clear it, it could open the way up for the warriors, what's left of them, to go after those Ork boys and the objective. And this is my reasoning, sort of giving away a little bit of the tactics here. If Rob is able to pick up the 15 points at the end of the game, okay. But if we can disrupt your 8, that could be the game-changing moment. So is there anything you can play on the Death Dread to help?
No, I mean, I could subtract 1 from your damage, but I don't think that's going to help me too much, to be honest.
Okay. Roll -1 to hit rolls. We've sat still, so we need 3s. Ideal world, 2 hits. Right. My CP's been used up, so 1 hit comes through. Toughness. I'm strength 18. He could be toughness 9.
I think he might be 8. No, he's toughness 9. Oh,
still 2s.
Still 2s.
2s. Not today! I don't often throw dice, but I'm sorry. It's been building up for both of us. We've had some awful, frustrating ones. But all the rolls. Would have been D6 plus... It would have been 11 damage. Oh, man. It would have cleared him out of the way. Gosh. I'm sorry about that, everybody. I threw a dice, but I'm not... I was going to say I'm not going to apologise, but I just did. But anyway. God, anyone would throw a dice for that one. Yeah, you'd throw a dice, wouldn't you?
That's pretty annoying, yeah. Not for me.
All right. Okay, setting a bad example to everybody, but sorry.
You've got your small guns to fire.
Thanks, Rob. Cheers. AP minus 4.
Oh yeah, I would have been on a 6.
It would have been a 6. So roll a 6. That might make me feel a bit better.
No.
Yeah, I would have gone through. Boah. Right, Stinger salvos. Need 3s. Boy, oh boy. Trying to win John's 5s. 3 saves. -1/+1. 2 ups.
It's still 3 up.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
All passed. Well done. Death Dread survives. It's not totally out of the question for us now. We can try and roll around him on the charge, maybe. But it would have been much better if he was out of the way. We'll press on. More firepower to come. All right, we'll do an armpit shot. So I can see through and onto that Death Dread. We've checked. We can see, and we're in range 18. So 2 Neurolance shots. This is desperate, but we'll give it a go. 2 hits. Strength 12. 3s to wound. Both have to go through, which they have, for us to stand any kind of chance. So this is going to be AP minus... Why is it -2 or -3? It's -3 for Neurolance. So there is cover. There's this crater and so on. So -2 in total. So 4 ups.
Of course.
Snake eyes.
How many damage is it?
D6
Okay,
each.
I think I've got 1 CP, so I think I'm going to...
Oh, this is huge. Oh, he's blocked it. D6 damage on the first one. Ah, 6. And then the other one would have been... Of course, it would have been a 5. 6 wounds taken. Tyranny Warriors got grenades? No. Desperate. No, they don't. Okay, how many wounds left?
2.
2. I don't think there's anything left that can shoot it. Unbelievable. Okay, so shooting phase is now finished. Hive Tyrant firing across against the Death Dread in the corner and passed a save. Had to, as it would have been slain. Gaunt's firing killed a boy just over there. That's that boy squad over there, the second boy squad. And that's about it. We're going to go on to charges next. Tyranids have a good few. All right, so charges taking place. Things got very technical here. So we rolled a charge. Afraid that we wouldn't make it into these. It was a 9-inch charge, I reckon. We then decided just to go into the Death Dread. Rolled a 12 with the ability for +1 to our charge rolls with Synaptic Nexus. So with some calculations, managed to rotate and get the models around. We moved these models first to get in base. We couldn't drop a model in there. It left the flying model being able to jump across and not needing to go into base contact. So he's there and he can roll around into the Ork boys. Then bombing through the ruin with the Lictor. It's made it into close combat. Coming through from across here. So now Lictor's got onto this objective. Tyranny's breaking through little gaps in the Ork lines. Then we also have a charge taking place here with the Norn Emissary going into the Copters. And then the Hive Tyrant's been joined by Death Leaper. And the Gaunts as well pushing through. Just trying to get bodies up in this direction as quickly as possible. We're going to Combat Resolution next. So we'll do our attacks with the Prime first. He can go into the boys. The rest will go into... the Death Dread. Sorry, Battle Shock test for me first, right? For his built-in roll. So we passed it, fine. We need 2s. Cool, they all hit. Strength 7, so 3s to wound the boys. Oh, 5.
AP?
-1. Damage 2. 5 t-shirts at 6 up.
Nope.
No, he's killed half the squad. This is significant. That's a real fight for this final objective. Tyranny is looking to disrupt it just for 1 turn if they can, just to try and snatch points away from the Orks. Yeah, that's gone well. The Prime getting in. Okay. So we'll do the Warriors next. There's still 3 of them. It's been a showcase for the Warriors this game. They've been a pain. And the use of that stratagem as well. It's called Override Instincts, Fallback Shoot and Charge. It's very, very useful. So we're looking at 2s. No, we're looking at 3s this time because we used a different blessing. So the 2s will be misses. The 1s we can reroll for our built-in ability for reroll 1s. We are getting sustained. So 3 bonus come through. We're sign-ups, so we're on strength 6. 5 to wound. 5 to wound. This is all against the Death Dread. They have had to go in the Death Dread. It's a good job they didn't go in against the boys, because it would have been a massacre. Quite a lot. And then twin linked. -2. And it's a dozen saves. 12 saves, sorry. 12 saves of 4+. Death Dread's going to go. Oh, close.
And he just...
Exceptionally good roll. Does he blow up? Is the question.
No.
No, he doesn't. All right, so we'll clear up the mess here, but Death Dread's gone. So, consolidation move made. Here's the Warriors after dealing with the Death Dread. A bit of consolidation from them. I think I've got a couple of models in range of the objectives, looking tight. Now, the deciding factor may well be this Lictor that's bombed through the ruins and is about to make its attacks. So, if ever we needed the Lictor to do well, it's right now. So, we've got 6 attacks needing 2s. All of them. It finds itself in Synapse range, so it's going to come through at Strength 8. Not that that's going to make any difference. 3s to wound. And these are AP -2. And 2 damage. So, I don't think...
No, I think that's the squad.
Alright, that is nasty stuff. Unless you've got the mech in there. Let's look at casualty already.
No, I've got the mech, so I could have one...
Model
I could have the knob left.
Yes, to strike back. Okay, but Ork Boy is decimated here. The Tyranids found small gaps in the lines, are able to push through. We'll press on here. There's still more charges going in, but this is a good surge from the Tyranids. We'll go to Death Leaper next with his attacks. Need 2s. Needing Strength 8. 3s to wound. 2 make it through. -2. Both go through. Damage 4.
So he's dead.
And does the other one blow up?
No.
No, alright. So killer count removed. Non-emissary next with his attacks against the Copters. But no kind of stratagems to help us out, no CP. So looking at 2s. These coming in at Strength 9, or Strength 10 for Synapse, so we're looking at, well,
3. The
toughness 6, fine. 3s, all of them. -2 on these, and damage 3. 5 in total. Blocked 1.
Blocked 1.
Okay, 2 Copters will go down.
Yeah, that's 1. Yeah, 2. 1 left on a wound.
Left on a wound, and then we've got extra attacks, 4 attacks, needing 2s, and then Strength 8, 2 wounds, and these are at -2.
Dead.
2 damage. Copter's gone. Ouch. Okay, so non-emissary taking down his target, and all of a sudden, Ork's looking thin on the ground. So really, it's the Knob fighting back. Everything else has been slain here. So he can go into either revenge against that Lictor, or into the Warriors. Lictor's got 6.
6.
Yeah.
He's got Power Claw. I mean, it is possible, but it's not likely.
4 up, save no invuln. He's going to go after the Lictor.
So 4's to hit. No. 1 wound, -2.
6 up. No, 2 damage, dropping down to 4 wounds left, and that's combat's resolved. Breakthrough here from the Tyranids, very significant indeed. Perhaps a decider for the game, we'll see. We'll give you an update on the score. Alright, so we're tempted to press on. I think the game is now beyond the Orks here. For the disruption, the loss of that 8 points means that Rob's not going to get the 8 points coming through at the start of his turn. That would have kept him in the fight, if not in a strong position. But the Tyranids have disrupted those 8 points by getting through to those units. So points coming through, 8 points for primaries, 3 and 2 for our secondaries, both being fulfilled, takes us to 45 points to 17. No points coming through for the Orks next turn, but the idea is that at the end of their turn 5, they can try and go for this 15 points coming. The other problem for them is there's not much units left on the board. Secondaries are going to be tricky to fulfill. That's why we think the game is beyond the Orks. But we want to get some kind of conclusion to this. Let the Orks fight this one out. We'll go on to their turn 4 next to see what happens. Right, so tricky one for the Orks here on their turn 4. No points coming through. Secondaries are tricky as well. As we have established Locus, which is performing action within 6 inches of the centre of the board or in the enemy deployment zone. Orks don't have the resources to do that. And then the other one is behind enemy lines. Again, this area is just There's no Orks here that couldn't do it. So the main focus is going to be that Morkanaut to try and clear the lines and get back onto that objective to try and camp out through to the end of turn 5 for the Orks. That's the plan. So we'll press on now to firepower, and then we'll roll into close combats for the Orks as well. Okay, so firepower has been resolved. There was 2 invuln saves required from the main gun. We passed to both, frustratingly, for Rob with the Morkanaut. Also, a good save required here, which we passed as well, roll a 6, so no damage coming through against the 2 monsters for the Tyranids. So we've gone on to charges, and the Morkanaut has gone in. The boys have gone in. That's that combat for that objective. Charge attempted here, firepower attempted here, no damage coming through. It's no damage coming through with firepower and no charge going ahead with the Death Dread on the Ork home objective. So we're going to charges, which have already been resolved actually, so no charges taking place. Morkanaut has gone in, the boys have gone in, we're going to combat resolution. So just going around here so you can see what's going on. Boys going in, very carefully charging, not going in against the Lictor, because he'll fight first, probably cut them all down. So they've gone in here against the Warriors, and you can see the Gorkanaut going in, or the Morkanaut going in as well. Resolve these combats next. We capture a few of these. This is the last gasp here. So we'll go for the Lictor first, actually. He's going to do his attacks into that knob. They all hit. 3s to wound. And 4 saves at -2. Oh, he's gone. He's gone. He's gone. Okay, so knob removed from play. Battleshock test passed, by the way, for those boys. They do have some OC control. So your choice is who fights first here, either the Morkanaut or the boys.
Yeah, you can't interrupt, can you?
No.
So I'll go with the Morkanaut first.
Of course.
The
big attacks, yeah. I paid a CP for Armor Contempt, basically, on those.
I've got to roll this thing. So that's the extra AP on 6s to wound. 3 hits.
2s.
I do have a CP, so I'm going to reroll.
This is important.
Yeah.
Okay,
so
3. Minus.
They're -3, so they become -2.
-2. 5 ups then. To give us some kind of chance. Do block 2. Ugh. So 1 warrior slain. Ugh. All right, huge request to these boys now. Half a squad going in to try and overwhelm these warriors. If they don't, this will kill the game here. So it's down to these Ork boys to give the Orks some kind of chance. There's a Power Claw. You probably want to start with that just for damage 2.
Yeah.
3 attacks, needing 3s or 4s.
Oh, sorry,
they press a button, don't they? Yeah.
Yeah, so it's extra AP.
Well,
strength 9, no.
No wound. And then down to choppers on the boys.
2, 3.
This is it here, I think, for the Orks. They're breaking. 3 attacks each. Needing 3s. Nice lot of hits. 5s, 4s to wound. Depending on what strength you are, with toughness 5.
So there's 2 at AP -3.
Nothing I can do. So take 2 wounds, dropping down to 1 wound left on one of those models.
And I just got the mech.
Right, yeah, mech with his attacks.
He's got.
He might be able to do enough just to bring down one of the
combat
warriors.
Weapon. So 3 attacks on 3s, and then they're going to be 5s to wound.
No. Okay. So I'll pick the warriors. We'll do their attacks. So 3s to hit, rerolling 1s. Oh, this is so useful. 1 miss, but we can add 4 back in for sustained. We're trying to wound on 4s. And once again, twin linked will be called upon as we chop away through. And it's AP -2. I think models can be removed. We've caused 13 wounds in total. So boy's gone, and the game is gone as well. Oh no, you're collecting at the end of your turn. So really the main focus for the Tyranids would be to destroy the Morkanaut, and that would guarantee.
So I've got OC.
Victory.
He's OC 8 on the objective at the moment.
Okay.
So I don't know. I think you've won anyway, haven't you? But
all right, yeah. We'll calculate points. Get an update on the score here, and then we'll take a look at the overall situation. So yeah, no points for primaries, nothing for secondaries. So remaining on 17 points. Tyranids already on 45. So even if Rob was able to pick up 15 points at the end of turn 5, it'd still be behind. We've still got our secondaries to play. It's unlikely the Orks will pick up any, just with a couple of units left on the board. Likely the Tyranids would get some with units spread around the table. Something else to consider as well. This remains alive, would fire into him. Move up, shoot and charge. The Hive Tyrant, move up, shoot and charge. Perhaps Death Leaper as well. And the Warriors, I pay a CP to fall back, shoot and charge with them. And we'd send the Lictor in for good measure as well. So I think that would be enough to bring the Morkanaut down. If we didn't, it would still be enough points picked up here by the Tyranids. So the Tyranids have victory against the Orks. Breaking point came turn 4, really. It was very close casualty-wise across the table. Both sides, stiff resistance, some crazy dice rolling on armor saves. But the army to break, it was the machines in the end. The flesh has proved too strong for them in this game. Great contest, though. Leviathan-themed army against a Walker list for the Orks. Great combination. Really atmospheric board as well. So great game. Big thanks to Rob for coming down. He's been a regular on the channel and a channel member supporting us here as well. Did you enjoy yourself, Rob?
I've had a good day, yeah.
Good. That's all that matters. All right. Okay, we'll talk about units of the game for both sides next. All right, so units of the game for both sides. Some interesting choices. So Rob's going to give it to, I have to agree, he's going to give it to the Killer Cans. Most of the dead pile here is Killer Can casualties. Chopping away. Shooting with rockets, damage 3 in close combat. They stood up against Screamer Killers and killed them. So Killer Can's squad across here particularly was really good, and then fighting away well enough for the other squad over there. For the Tyranids, number of honourable mentions. Yes, him, absolute pain against the odds, passing a load of saves. I think the decision to swing around to camp out on the objective, as he should do, was the right one, and then he's able to contribute later on. But it has to go to the Warriors and the Prime. The sneak attack across there broke open the Orc lines, along with that Lictor as well darting through. It was that combination that managed to seal victory for the Tyranids. But Tyranid Warriors, guys, happy enough with them. And their combination of being able to add +1 to hit rolls, their ability to turn up on flanks with rapid ingress is so useful. And then some of the other bonuses like the Synaptic Nexus ability of +1 to hit rolls really helps that unit out. Fallback, shoot and charge, massive help to them as well. Game-changing moment for the Tyranids. But that's the battle. Xenos on Xenos. The flesh prevails here. Tyranids have victory over the Orks. Keep a lookout for more battle reports on the channel. For bonus content, for more games, do check out YouTube channel membership. Thanks for watching. Tune in next time.